Alright, well, I apologize that I'm in bed, but it is what it is. So, the purpose of this video is not to show me, it is to do a week in review here. So, that's what we're going to do. We're looking at gold. Alright, so we'll start with this nice view here. We have a weekly candles here. So basically, the situation is, we've got major support right here. That's a weekly support. And over here you can see it was resistance before on that wick, so not on the body. And you can see here it was support over here on the wick, not on the body. But over here we've got, we've got like this situation right here where the wick, basically it's like support here, and I guess you call that support on the body on that one. So it looks significant level to me. It looks like so. I don't know. It's a major level. You could look at that, but that's not the point really of this video necessarily. It's I was just looking real quick. It's nice, since I got a clean chart. I got my other charts all marked up with key levels, key support and resistance levels. So I would probably mark this just because you have all this play right here with these bodies. And I tend to favor more recent. So like right here, you see that, but this is more important over here. So that way, when we start zooming in, we see what it looks like. Now, the whole basis of marking this was I guess it was this stuff right up here, right? But now it looks totally different. So now you're looking like, all right, well, let me move it up here. So you've got some play over here. But that's a tough call. I mean, more relevant would be like right here. Just this double top right here. That's a good thing about like the gold dollar is, you got a lot of people who are just in the gold dollar and they're not messing with nothing else, and I'm one of those. So a lot of y'all know all this already. If you're maybe not, but so a lot of y'all are probably familiar with already looking at all this on your own, but yeah. So anyway, you can see comes down, it plays in this zone, goes up, plays in that zone, goes down, plays in this zone, and it's been doing that, right? So zone to zone, bouncing around like this. I mean, that's what, it's like price action. So basically that's that. And then zoom in some more. You know, so we see what's going on. It's bouncing in and out of zones, right? You know, it's the way I'm saying it right now. Yeah, so you know, now it's been playing in this zone. It's been consolidating last week, right? So look at the calendar. We got the calendar right here. Today is Sunday, August 22nd. So we're looking at 16th through the 20th. And so we can see here, 16th was right here. And now right there's the 17th. So let me mark it. So that's it. So from there on, the market has not opened. It opens in less than an hour. It will open in gold. So this is price action from last week on the H4. Zooming out. I probably don't have this properly named. Sorry if I'm wasting your time. Be a little laggy, but Forex, gold dollar week in review. It's going to be August 16th through the 20th on this one. That's what we're looking at. You dig? You know, like, get it? Like, go dig. Go dig. Hashtag go dig. Go digger. Feel me? Alright. So, that's what we're doing. Okay, yeah, so let's zoom in. Pretty much, we see what's going on. It's bouncing around. Boom, 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 boom. You know, and actually, right here, it's not really super like relevant today. That's why it's always important to come back and look and see, because like if this had been, it did. See, I mean, you have it right here. Like, hold on. So you see how this over here, all this support right here, where it's bounced around in that zone, right there, and then you have it over here a little bit, but then it's up at this point. So I'm not sure that I'm wanting to go ahead and mark that as relevant, at least not on this chart. I'll have to go back and check and see what I've marked up in my other chart before the market opens. But anyway, but I had on another chart marked up one that I'm not using. I think I deleted it, but this was actually, I found a bearish pennant, and that's not a bearish pennant, but when you zoom in, you could see it at the time, and actually, then that's when the market dropped on Friday. Of course, Friday, everybody's selling off. Anyway, I'm kind of blabbering. Let me zoom in. Actually, let's see where we at. yeah, you know, you see what's going on, bouncing around in this zone. See how this looks. There's that area back there I was talking about. You know, you can kind of see there is an area of significance. You know, it might be helpful just as a reminder that, hey, you know, because that would have been a heads up about those two dips that happened. Like, of course, yeah. Hold on. Something like that. You see it just touched over here, but this is where we're at now. Um, that's our Monday on that red. So going back, how far back? Where are we at? Where are we at? Now, okay. So let's look at um so you can see we're playing around in a few different levels. Kind of playing around in this level. So our primary level is where? Right here. How many pips is this? That's like 300 and 400 right there. But we had a nice little primary level right here. Primary range. I know these probably are not Forex terms, but it's just the words I'm using. And I saw, you probably saw it too if you've been looking on YouTube much, but there was somebody drew like, I wish that wouldn't extend like that. Alright, cool. Yeah, so why's everything gotta be red, dude? Okay. Um yeah, and I mean they were basically talking about this zone up here being like your buy zone, right? Which I agree. Obviously, I've got it marked as you know, a couple of key levels here, but um, this one we could move down. This one we can move probably up. Yeah, you know, and we could draw a little triangle here. That's a little zone right there. You know, if you can get in there or see some type of engulfing candle or something like that, as you could tell right here, you got this engulfing candle. You know, price actually came up to here. So if you set like a sell limit, you know what I'm saying, like right here, you know, or something like that, you know. But me, I'm always expecting price just to go where it's going, and so. But let's say the spread. What is this? You can't even tell right now because it's the weekend, but it's Sunday night. Market opens in 40 minutes, but let's say with spread and everything. All right, let's just say you got in down here, right? Terrible entry. You still probably get 500 pips out of that move. The reason that I'm making this video is basically, oh, they're going to get Chinese food. Y'all need to be reading all that, do you? It ain't nothing. But, oh, now you're curious. What do I want? I don't know. Yes, I do. I want eggplant chicken. Hold on a sec. Wait. Hold on. She already knows what I probably gonna get. It's a little inside joke. All right. Anyways, let's go back to what we're saying. The reason I'm making this video is not to do all this what I'm doing, but that's our trend line. Really, the only reason I'm making this video is I wanted to see how many pips we got every day. So what I'm gonna do is mark out each day, you know. So you got 16th to the 17th. 18th. 19th. To the 20th. And like what I'm talking about is like where are the big moves at? But before I go to do that, let me finish what I started. I guess that would be basically that, wouldn't it? So I mean, it's just unless you want to say, because that it may probably make more sense to do it like this. I'll split the difference. Can y'all tell what's going on? I'll make it nice aqua color. I like that. Liquid money. Liquid money. I don't know, that just sounds good to me. I don't know what it means. Yeah, so you know, there you go. You got that going, whatever. What does that mean? We're on a major H1 time frame right now, so let's go down. Go down again. Actually, let me zoom out. Make sure these trend lines are clean. Not trend. Actually, yeah, trend lines, and then. But I was gonna say, make sure these support and resistance lines are where we need them to be. Whatever, that's, it's close enough because you got that like down low that punches through, and this is down low, punches through, so it's not perfect. Now, what's up with this? Yeah, I mean, we're looking at major structure. There, we've got a hit. We've got a hit here, a hit here. Three tests here. So that's fine. I guess. I mean, basically, touch there, touch there, touch there. It's kind of a good little average of the movement. You got a touch here, kind of breaks through. And then on this one, got a touch here. This touch here, this touch. Touch on the wicks over here. Anything else over here? You got more here, sort of, that's punched through, but yeah, like right here, it was resistance. And, remember this? We're looking at this one up here, so it's kind of close to that resistance there. More touches, touches, touches. So that's as far as we can go on that. But let me yeah. So that's that one there. I think we're okay. Zoom in. Now we're a little late getting to the purpose of the video, but the real purpose of the video is I'm about to show you. I don't know how many minutes we're in, 24 minutes. But the purpose of the video was to show that, you can see it moved in this zone right here. Now, obviously, it worked in this zone, so that would be our local, that would be our, short time frame. Uh, But anyway, the purpose of the video was to show how many pips we could catch, right? This major move, this is the reason I'm making this video. Major move was like 1,500 pips right here. So basically, you know, right here, whatever. You know, because you got spread to consider and all that, but I would say this would cover your spread if you just take those wicks out on that bottom side. Yeah. But basically, if we go from here to here, that's 1,800 pips. But you're not gonna catch with the spread and everything. You catch like if you got a full move, full grip. Man, like you call it 1,600, no doubt. So 1,600 pips. On 8/16, 2021. What time was that? That was from 14:45. I don't have my time frame pulled up. Work the middle, work the middle, work the middle. Change position. 14:45, 7 a.m. to the end of the move. 7 a.m. to 10:45. 7:45 to 10:45. 7:45 to 10:45 a.m. a.m. I forgot to do a buy zone. So your buy zone be, you know, right here. Obviously, anything in there, you good. You know, you're watching for uh, opportunities. You're watching for, you know, engulfing candles, stuff like that. It's obvious what I'm talking about. I probably should put. Ah, man, that looks stupid, doesn't it? Now we got it. Alright, cool. So, moving on. What? Hey, why don't you stay where you're at? Bruh. I wish I could duplicate that. The best I can do is we're just basically talking about the biggest move of the day. You know, let's just say you got in up here at that body, and somehow you were able to hold it. Let's just say you got all the pips. Well, that would be about 1350. Well, we'll just call it 1300. Even though technically it's more than that, but just be realistic here. Let's just be cool, stay cool. All right. So that was from 1455. Seven 55. No, 715, 14, 17, or 7, 715, 715 to 11:30, 7:15 to 11:30 Eastern. 7:15. But you know, I mean, obviously, you could even get more, right? So you got this massive pullback. As you can see, that was when it was working up in this upper zone, which it didn't really go back and forth much. But if you had placed, say, you'd placed a bet to the downside, uh, basically, you know, you put your stop loss up here. What you could do is, when you see this move come wham pow, kapow down like that, and then come back up real quick, that's a false breakout. It's just taking out liquidity from the market. It's freeing up liquidity so that these people can come in and go ahead and do what they got to do to, you know, I mean, and I don't understand all this stuff, but basically, you know, this is a false breakout right here. So what you could do is you could close out your position. You could say, oh man, because that's what happens when this goes like that, wham pow, and then it's a fake like that. It's going to go to the upside. You know, you could look back on charts. You can see it over and over. Wham pow up, wham pow down, wham pow up. Some people call different things, looking for, like, you know, different stuff, but like you see, like kangaroo, some people call it a kangaroo tail. But anyway, my point being is, you could have took a short, seen that it was a false breakout, got out maybe about break even ish, and then once you saw that, you're like, oh, I need to buy real quick. Um, it's always a safe bet to get out. I mean, I say that, but what I'm saying is, if you want to get out like down here or start looking to get out, just because that's where this little bit of turbulence comes in. Um, but you know, it's a pretty free, clear ride up till there, so you could have caught, you know, 100 pips easy, and then just kept your eye on it. Of course, gold can thunder up and down, like lightning quick, and so you know, but you could have moved your stop loss or whatever, like however you want to do it. Take 50% off the table. You know, especially if you got multiple positions, which is why I never always divide your positions up. You know, that way you can get better entries also. And if you miss out if you miss out on getting in all the way because you're dividing up and it moved already, you know, it is what it is. But you always look for that pullback next time and get in a little farther up the move. No big deal. Um, but anyways, yeah. So basically like that, and but that's just saying if you want to get in on that action. But basically, like, you know, you take your profits down here. Watch, take your profits. So you move. You see this, boom. Now you got six. Say you got like 600 out of that, right? Say you got 600 out of that. You see this big move, wham pow boom. Maybe uh uh well, you need to read this price. You need to read this candles, right? So that's looking bullish, you know. So you're like, oh man, maybe I should go long, right? So you go long. Let's say you did go long. Let's say you didn't even get in until up here. Let's say, and boom. So you got another. Say you wrote it to about up here. You got another couple hundred pips right here. Boom. You know, right there. So that's you're 800 now. You see it hits this key level. This support and resistance level bounces off. You're like, oh man, let me get in. Let's say you just got in. Let's say you got in down here. You're at 800. You ride this puppy all the way down until you start seeing some questionable activity. That's 900. You know, so you're up to 1,700 pips right there. Say you just got out right here. You're up to 1,700 pips right there. See that? 900. Let's say you got out right there. You know, even if you got down there, but let's just say 1,700 to call it even. You know what? You know, you got out right here. You probably didn't have time to get in on this move because it was a little faster than this move here. So, but you're waiting. You don't see any key levels. I'm curious though, real quick, if there was any kind of tell here from way back that would have clued you in on that level. I mean, not really. The only thing would have been this price action right here. That kind of coincides. Like, let's say you had marked this primary support right here. As you can see, it got the most touches of anything. 1, 2, 3, you know, 4, 5, right? How many yeah, I mean that's the strongest zone. Let's see how that plays out. So they kind of popped through, came down, popped through, came down, but at least it would give you some idea of where to look for price action. You can see here it went kind of sort of tested right here again, and then went back up. Yeah. So anyway, but you're at you were at 1700. Let's say you got back in right here. You got another 400. 18, 19, 2000, 2100 pips. I mean, you could have got 2100 pips on that move right there, and then you would have been living the good life on that. 2100 ish pips possible. Yeah. I need to clean. I need to clean this up. You know, and this one wasn't quite as sort of obvious, right? As these pullbacks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really gonna. I just wanted to see basically like the possibilities are really wow. You know, if you really know what you're doing. Um, yeah, you know, but basically wrapping up for Tuesday. Um, you know, it bounced around in this zone, comes up here. Okay, oop, it wants to go up. All right. You know, that's a rare zone up here. But for future sake reference, you know, uh, you might want to mark that, right? And all that. So, but yeah, and then it bounced around a little bit. These are a little bit high zones right here. So, um, yeah, you know, that's why we have all the other indicators to help us out. But now this is a little bit of craziness. Get in up here. Get out down here. Oh, come on. And then, yeah, like I said, we're basically just looking for the big, see what that big move is. You know, 1,500 pips right there. Now, basically, that's if you stayed in that one big move. Obviously, it's moving, but this is how I'm doing it. Wednesday, 1,500, say it like this, pip move. Uh, from 10:35, 3:35, 3:35 to 11:10. a.m. So that's why I'm saying get up early. But there was a lot more than 1,500 possible. You know, so let's say you caught this down to here. You got your 1,000. I know it's probably pushing it to say that, but for round number, let's just say 1,000. Let's say whatever. I don't know. You saw it was reversing. You said, okay, let me see where it goes. I don't know. I'm not saying you would. Was there any clues? You know, as to it turning around right here? From previous price action? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's stretching it. I'm not even. Basically, you know, I don't know how you're gonna get that clue about that. But let's say, you know, we just got off of this being way up here, you know, so if it's reversing, you're like, man, it's probably gonna break through this support level right here and kind of get back up close to kind of where we've been being. So maybe you said, all right, let me get in. You know, or maybe you waited till you got up here. Let's say you waited till you got up here. You saw it just raging on through, so you're like, damn, it's got to be going up here. So let's say you got in right here. So let's say you took your profits. You know, let's say you're being realistic. So you got a couple more 100 pips. So that's 1,200. Now you got a double top. We had a double top up here too. So now you're at 1,200. Let's say you got in. Let's say you waited until it was below here, right? And let's say you're like, damn, let's see how far we can ride this double top down. So maybe some of y'all might have got out right here, 200, and been happy with that. There's plenty of pips, lots of pips. Let's say some of y'all had the guts and the cojones. But really, you know, you can't trade off guts and cojones. You got to. It's 6 o'clock. You got to trade off. Market's open now. You got to trade off of data. And so, you know, but basically, you could take a look at the support resistance levels and see what you thought. Um, you know, because you have like a reverse or a test here, comes down. You have a reversing looking situation here twice. It finally comes back down and touches. So if you zoom out, we don't want to lose our spot. We know where it is. Wednesday. If you zoom out, uh, That doesn't look nice, does it? But you see price bouncing. Forget about how it looks and zoom out. We know where we're at. So we're looking right here. I mean, we can see price. It never gets quite that low, though, does it? Okay, so let's just say that you get your 1,000 pips here. You caught a couple hundred here. Maybe you caught a couple more hundred here. Right? That's just significant. You can get rich that way. And then you know, maybe you waited and you saw it coming down here. You're like, damn, let me get in on this one. Looks like it's going down. Maybe you waited for the retest. Either way, let's say you got in wherever, right here. Even that's not even a good entry necessarily. I don't depend on who you ask, but you could get 300 more pip. Excuse me. If you waited for it to get down here, assuming that it was going to go to that key level to test, since it's down there, you figure where else could it be going? So you got, you know, basically let's call it 500 more pips right here. So 1,200, 1,400, 500 more pips is 1,900. And you caught that move back up to this level, 5 more hundred, 1,900 plus, so that's 2,400 pips right there. Now what are you going to do? Going back down, you're going to try again? Now you see it reversing, so you get back out. So you get 2,400 plus, let's see, you got out up here. 2 more hundred here maybe, something like that. Now you're at 2,600, but you're out here. So you don't even get in on this move until like, you don't want to get in right here. That's kind of scary, so you wait till up here. But you're 2,400 pips. Now you say, where's it going? It's going here. 200 more. 20, 26, I'm losing count. 28, where are we at? The point is, and then you could bounce this back and forth a little bit. You know, basically you could get 3,000 pips right there if you knew what you're doing. I mean, 3,000 pips possible, no doubt. I mean, 3,000 pips possible in one day on a Wednesday. You got 1,200 right here. $1,300. 1300 from 2, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. But I mean, that's if you held it from this to well down here, down well below. But the point is, this whole video is just to say, it's a lot of pips you can catch. It's a lot of pips. And I don't need to keep going, but let me just finish up by saying, I mean, I'm almost done. I can go, just got one more, but it's a lot of work. This is a friggin' lots of work. But yeah, so let's just say different here to here, 200. Here to here, 500. So 700. You could have got knocked around right here, but let's say finally you got in. So you got in right here, and you held it, you kept the faith. It's 500 more pips. So you got out right here. Okay, so you're at 1200, I think. Right? 200, 200, 400, 500, 5, 6, 7. What's 1,000? 1,400. So 1,400. Then let's say, oh, let's get back in here. 2 more hundred. So you're 1,600. You got knocked around right here a little bit, but finally, wherever you got in at, it come back down. 200 more. Oop. What do you got? 1,400, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 2,200. Or maybe you took this long ride down. 2,200. 1400, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2800 right there. So let's just say call this 2800 pips possible. It's more than that, you know, but let's just say, you know, that's plenty, right? That's a good day. And then I'm not even gonna like, I'm just gonna say from, let's just say you got that 500, boom. Now we need to, now that we have this information here, this data, we need to use it, even though it's like consolidation. I mean, that could still be significant in the future. I don't know. And maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe not. Nah, let's just, yeah. But anyway, you can see prices come up back and forth. Let's say you got your 500 here, or maybe you took it here. It doesn't matter. And let's say you caught some more here. Oop, it's reversing. Maybe you got out. Maybe you only ended up with 300 on that deal. It's still 800. Let's say it came down here, you saw it going up, you said, screw it, let me get in. Took it all the way, 400, so you're 1200. Maybe you got in here, bounced around some, finally took it down. So you're 1200, came back up, let's say you got out at 4. That'd be pretty good, actually. So where were you at, 1200, now you're at 1600. So you got in late, took it up to here, 4 more hundred. That'd be really good. Like super on fire trading. What was I say, 1600? So now we're at 2000. Is that right? Losing count. Back down. Let's be modest. Let's just say you got 400. 2400. Took this up here. 400 more. Is it 2800? Took it back down. Eventually, let's just say you got out right here. You're where we at? 3,000 pips possible on a Friday. Was that basically what that was? Woo! Hello. That trading time was, that'd be basically in the market from 7 p.m. I don't know, that's a long time. 7 p.m. to to noon. 7 p.m. to noon. Seven p.m. Thursday to noon. Friday. Yeah, so there you go. It's a lot of pips. So in summary, we have let's add them up for the week. Well, let's just do it like this: 1,600, and there was more than that possible on that, but that was the big move. 1,600, 1,300. Yo, but you could have got a lot more, right? Let's just say 1,500, 1,300 on Thursday, and then 3,000 pips possible on Friday. So 1,600 Monday, 1,300 Tuesday, 1,500 Wednesday, 1,300 Thursday, and 3,000 possible on Friday. I know that's like that would be like basically if you got in and out every single trade perfectly and you traded for well, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. It's 12 hours plus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 hours straight, which is, and slightly, like some people might say, insane. But my point is, you really need 3,000 pips, and you can get in, get your 1,000 pips, and be good. So that's kind of what I'm saying about that. So there you go. We'll save this. Save this. Gold. Dollar. Movement. 8. 16. Through 8. 20. So before I leave this, I want to look and see, because I got the screenshots. Just real quick, what my key levels are right here that we're looking at. So we're looking at right now, the question is, right, are we still in this range? Are we going back up here? What are we doing? Ideally, I'm saying, like, if it comes back down and tests right here, then I want to get in. Right? I want to get in right here. I want to get in. I want to see what this looks like because I'm getting ready to put real money in for the first time. I want to see what it looks like if I do the bear. minimum what happens, right? How much do I make? So let's see, bro. What's that? Oh, sorry. I gotta get in first. Actually, let me delete that. Let me hurry up. 1778, basically. So we say 78, 79, 85, 56, 78, 79. I gotta hurry up, man. I gotta hurry up. Basically, right here. I want to look. Oh, bro. Bro. Get on the 5 minute. Yo, these key levels are different. '78, '79. Close enough. That's what I had. I had that as a key level on that last one. We got slightly different key levels now. But yeah, it probably should be pulling back up. But we want to look at so I got all these other indicators. See where we're at. So we're in a sort of a downtrend. Right now, but that could always reverse based on these key levels. Yeah, it makes sense. So we want to get in. No, we don't want to get in at that much. I want to see what this looks like. Just bare minimum situation. So we might go ahead and oh boy, that's a late. That's late. You see that lag? Anyway, this is not part of the video of what I was trying to do, so I'm gonna start the stream over.